So this is the update video that I promised. I have some kind of bad news, some really bad news, and then some good news. So I'll try to make it as quick as possible. I don't have all of my orchids included in this video, although I have most of them included in this video. There are 3 that are doing fine. There's no real changes, so I'm not going to include them. I'm going to go to this guy first. This is the one I've had the longest, if you'll remember. He's been in water culture for about 8 weeks now. I did have to cut off both of his roots. They both started to rot, I think because they were so close to one another, and the longer one had already started to rot. So it kind of by contact rotted the other one. He is still working on his little roots there. I do see the little nubs getting a little bigger. I am putting this longest piece of his old root down into the water, and it seems to be working perfectly. His leaf has completely taken off. It's getting bigger almost daily. So I think he's going to be fine. He's not as firm with his leaves as I'd like to be, but he has no roots. So just the fact that they're not extremely wrinkly and they're semi-firm, I'll take it. So he's doing pretty good. I'll keep updating you on his progress. My next update is actually my newer Phalaenopsis. This one has a blasted bud, just one. This one has the original blasted bud right here. I can't get it to focus, but that's normal. Oh, it's sorry, it's back here. It blasted this bud, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna blast this one. I can't, come on camera. All right, never mind. That one, and then also the other one on the other side. They seem to turn like a really bright pink and then they blast. I was away for about 5 days. I gave my husband general instructions and he took them kind of as loose instructions. So he let the temperature drop really low in the house. And unfortunately, my orchid suffered. This one's starting to bloom. She's not open completely yet, so I'll send you another picture of that when she does. But I have a lot of damage on my orchids from the sudden cold temperature, which I will be showing you. This one just blasted some buds. I'll show you the other 2 that were affected. These were the ones that were quarantined. I only have them close to the other ones for like just this video. This is the mini Phal. She's not doing good at all. Her leaves are so limp. I think it actually may partly be that she was in the most direct draft of that temperature change, but also I think that the treatment I gave her for the mealybugs, I don't think I got the water and the, well, not the water, but like the soapy residue off of her well enough. And I went away and then I came back and she was in pretty rough shape. She has perked up just slightly, but her leaves are still very dehydrated and not happy, very limp. So I don't know if she's gonna make it. I think out of all of my orchids, she has the least chance. I cut her spikes off when I got home because those flowers were dead too. This is the Phalaenopsis that had those huge hot pink blooms. I came back and her flowers were all dead. Again, because of the cold air, I believe. She also lost 2 of her leaves, and she's starting to kind of turn a little bit brownish yellow in her crown. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if that could be cold damage or if she's going to lose more leaves. I don't know what that is. So I'm a little concerned about that. And also the leaf that was injured did start to brown, so I may lose part of that leaf too. So she's my second most likely to potentially not make it. the worst news by far is that my brand new Vanda and my brand new Cattleya have been injured by my cat. You can see through their leaves right now. I put her on that all on that window over there. It gets western light, so it gets afternoon light, which is filtered through the trees. I know they need brighter light, but I figured that would be perfect because, you know, I wanted them to be able to get light, but not too strong. I think because the light's coming through that window, it's making it hard for me to get a good view of what this cat did to this Vanda. The Vanda's actually not as noticeable. Like, you have to, like, go up to the Vanda to really see that he munched on them. He thought it was a kitty snack, I guess. The Cattleya is much, much worse. I'll show you. So this is like barely anything. And then there's that. I'm so upset. This is the one too that was the Hauserman's Holiday. The one that had the great roots that seemed to be in good shape. I was so excited about it. And now, oh my God, it gets me so upset. Look at this. So I don't know how badly this orchid's gonna be set back because of this. I've never had my cats try to eat my orchids before. I mean, I've never had a Cattleya before, but they've chewed on other houseplants, like things that are kind of grassy, but never on my orchids. So I don't know what he was thinking. He did get sick, and I told him he deserved it. I wasn't too sympathetic. He's fine now. It's been a couple days. Fortunately, he didn't munch on the new growth, so that one should be fine. But I'm just so upset that it happened at all. So I'll give you updates how badly this thing is set back because of that. He did not get to the one with the sheath. He didn't touch this one, thank goodness. So the sheath is still there, and I did shine a light through it to see if there was anything in the sheath, and there is not. However, I noticed this, and I'm gonna try my best. I don't have the greatest skills as far there it is. That is an old sheath. That is a flower spike coming out of that old sheath. So this is my good news part of the video. It appears that this Cattleya flowers off of old spikes, old sheaths. So although this new sheath doesn't seem to have any shadow in it, this is probably going to dry out, and then one of those is going to form. Probably. Not definitely. I've done a lot of research on Cattleyas, and I know that some do flower out of old sheaths. This seems to be one of them. So we're going to hope that one gets a spike too. Like I said, I didn't order this orchid expecting a spike. So one with the potential of two. It almost makes up for what my cat did, but not quite. Just to give you an update on the roots, although still pitted, they did hydrate. I soaked it for 2 days. I did the semi-water culture. Some of the roots turned green. So most of her roots are alive. They're just really badly pitted. And I really don't know why. There's her newest growth right there. I don't know why they're so pitted. I'm thinking maybe it's fertilizer burn, but I don't know for sure. But they do hydrate. Like these new roots, even though they're pitted, they turn bright green when I water her. So that's good. I was very concerned about that. And just as a closing note, I got 2 new Phals. This one has a name, but I forget what it is. And then that one has a name too. And I believe it's called Harlequin, but I'm not sure. They don't come with tags, the ones from the grocery store. So I kind of Google them and try to figure out what's going on with them and what their names are. But sometimes I can't tell. This one definitely came up with the results. But the white blotchy orchids, I don't know, for some reason, I guess they're just an unnamed hybrid. So, anyways, that's my update. I'll try to send you more as things happen, and I'll keep you updated on everything else. I don't plan on getting any more orchids, just because my husband's saying that the house is starting to look like a jungle, so I don't want to wear his patience too thin. But I will let you know if I do, and I'll send you updates if anything happens. So that's my crew. Talk to you next time.